Let's see how we can do PCB defect detection with the Ultralytics platform. We have a huge dataset with all different types of images of PCB boards where we're trying to see if there's any defects in there. This is very good for inspection, monitoring of our industrial processes, and this is one of the probably the coolest computer vision use cases, but also very useful. So every time we have a new PCB print, we can detect if there's any cuts in the lines, if there's any soldering issues, if there's any defects on our board. So we're going to have 6 different classes. Let's just jump straight into it and see if we can come up with this model for PCB defect detection. So with the Ultralytics platform, we don't have to write any code at all. All we have to do is just grab this dataset, train our model, and then once it's done training, we can run a few evaluations through. You can deploy this on the edge, so every time we have a new PCB print, it will just throw that through the model and we can detect if it's good or not. So this data set, we have almost 25,000 images and also almost 25,000 labels, and we have 53,000 annotations. So we have around 20,000 for our training set. So this is a pretty large training set. It's definitely going to take a bit longer training our model, but we're going to get very good results at the end. So if we just go in and take a look at the class distribution, we have some spurtures, missing hole, mouse bite, spur, open circuit, and also if there's any shorts in our PCB print. This is pretty cool. You can see the class distribution, you can see the distribution of our training, validation, and test split, the top classes, image dimensions, where the annotation locations are in our image, so just all these different metrics you can go through to see the data quality. If you take a look at some of the examples here, for example, we can see a spur, and we can see a spur here. So this is pretty much just defects in the soldering lines, or pretty much just the PCB lines connecting all the connections. So this is pretty cool. Again, we can take a look at a few more examples. We also have some open circuits here. So this is pretty much just lines that is connecting other lines which shouldn't be there. We can go through a few of them. Here we have a mouse bite. It's pretty much just missing some of the line in the print. We can see we have some missing holes. So this is after the soldering. If something has not been soldered correct or is missing, it's going to flag that too. So we can see we have all these different classes. We have a spurious copper here, missing hole, spurious copper. You can just go through a few examples. You can go and clone the data set, but all we have to do when we want to train our model is just hit new model. Right now we have 25,000 images, so let's just go for, like, let's say 30 epochs, and we can see the cost estimations down here at the bottom. Just so it trains a bit faster, let's try to go with one of the bit more beefy GPUs. So let's just try to go with this one here. We have the estimated cost and the estimated time. All we have to do is just hit start training. We don't need to set up anything on our environment, GPU, everything will just be connected, and we're going to train for 30 epochs once our environment is ready. You can track the live performance of the model while it's training in here. You can export it, you can run a few inference examples after under the predict tab. So let's just wait for the model to finish training. We can take a look at the training results, run a few predictions, and see how we can use the model in production. So now our PCB model is done training. It took around 30 minutes and it only cost $1.2. And again, this is with 20,000 images in our training set, so this is a very large data set. So if you go inside the training run, we can see all the precision, recall, mean error positions. The model is pretty much converging here, also in the losses. We have very good recall here, 97%, and also 97% in our precision. So that's pretty much a perfect model that only misses a few. So this is very good, and we can see that we have mainly all our values in the diagonal. We're pretty much not missing any of our detections. The precision recall curve, we want to have them up here in the top right corner, looking very good as well, and we have very high confidence in our model predictions. So at least, like, we're more than 70% certain in our actual classes. Maybe in some of the lower confidence classes we can do an additional run or feed that into a VLM, for example. This could be a very cool use case for just having a low confidence score threshold, trigger a few more false positives, and then throw those results into a VLM for verification. This is a very strong combination of computer vision setup when you want to build like real computer vision systems for the real world. So this is the training. It's now done. We can go in and run a few predicting examples, and you can see the exact same results that you can run on the right side. So here we can see we have a mouse bite, Let's try the other example here. We have the spur into the line, or it's pretty much just spurring over. So we have additional line here, and it could be creating like a short connection here, for example, or an open bridge. You can see the inference time around 70 milliseconds. Again, this is just on the model deployed. Here you have an example of the API documentation. You can take the URL, you can take your API key, you can find that down here in the settings tab under the API keys, and then you can pretty much just deploy it with the Ultralytics platform too. So what we can do is that we have our model, we can go into that one. We can go in and export if you want to run it locally. All these optimized frameworks are supported. You can just hit export and you're good to go. You can specify what parameters. So for example, if you want to export to TensorRT, have it running on some edge device, that would be pretty cool. You can have the target GPU in here, which is also very nice. And you can just use the model directly on your edge device. So start export, you will get the model file. If you just want the .pt model, you can download it up in the top right corner. You can also deploy it with Ultralytics for free. It's pretty much just going to check where are the nearest location that you can deploy it and what is the lowest latency. So I can see you have like 50 milliseconds latency to Jakarta. So we can deploy our model in here. So I have a bit too many deployments running right now. So let me just delete some of them. And then all we have to do is just go and hit deploy. It's free on the CPU resources. So you can have a CPU based detection system deployed with the Ultralytics platform. You just get an API, you send a request to, you get the response back. So if you have like a very fast production line with your PCB prints, you pretty much want like a local camera sitting there processing the edge on the edge, so it's much faster. But if you're only printing like a few PCB boards, you just want to have it validated, seen if there's any defects or not, you can pretty much just have an endpoint, you send a request to it with an API, you get the response back, and then you can get the results in that way. So this is pretty cool that we're able to do this and also just deploy it. Again, you just need to wait for deployment and you will get the exact steps that you need to run the predictions. This is all you can do with the Ultralytics platform. You don't have to write any code at all. You can still use the Ultralytics framework in the exact same way, but it's much more now about taking the model, building applications, building in the value into the model, and then building the logic on top of it. So once it's done deploying, we can just check it out. There we go. We can see we have no traffic yet. We can see the logs. This is a code example, so you can use request with Python, JavaScript. You can also just use a curl request if you want to test it out quick. So now once it's live, we have our URL here. Then you also just need your API key. There's a code example in here, both for JavaScript, Python, and also a curl request. This is gonna be the exact same example. So this is gonna run the inference, send it to our deployed API, and we get the response back. So we will probably get like half a second for getting the image back, but this is more than fine for production use case, unless you're printing out a PCB board, but you're probably not at that scale. So this could be a very good solution. So then you get the expected output here. So we have the images, you have the shape of the image, the speed, so the inference speed, and the results with the class, the confidence score, and also the location on the PCB board where you got that detection. So it's pretty cool. You will probably take the full PCB board so you can see all the corners. You can maybe do some corner detection. You can have a segmentation model segmenting out the whole board, and then you can know the exact location of each defect in your PCB board. This is some of the stuff that you should think about and start to build into your computer vision project, so you can try this out with this exact model. Hope you learned a ton of this video here. Definitely encourage you guys to check out this data set and try to build out some applications around it. This is very, very valuable to be able to spot these defects. They are very small, and it also just takes a long time for humans to sit there and review hundreds, if not thousands of images. Hope you guys in one of the upcoming videos. Until then, happy building.